Well, hi guys, welcome back. What we did in the previous lessons, we looked at linear number patterns, okay, and we did a real world application. Now, matrics, you've got to watch out for this, grade 11s as well. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quadratic number pattern, but it's a little bit more tricky. Check this. There's your number pattern. And the question that they love asking is which term equals 170? Now be careful, it's not asking you for the 170th term. Okay, so now the problem arises is what do they mean by this? Okay, now have a look here. If I said to you, which term of the sequence is 10? Well, what would you say? It's the second term. Which term of the sequence is 16? It's the third term. Now the third is like the n value. T1 is, if you look at the slide, T1 is 8, T2 is 10, T3 is 16. So what do we know? We know that the n, the T1, the T2, the T3, the n gives you the position. What is the value or the position of that term in the row? Now the thing is, we're given the term, but we don't know its position. We don't know what 170's position is in the sequence. Okay, so what do? Which term equals that? Now, let's explore this a bit. Okay, what we need to first do is get the general term, the nth term, because then we can use that to find n. Okay, so what you always do with quadratic number patterns is go and get the first difference row and see if there's a second difference. Okay, constant second difference. And then what you do is you can then do 2a, 3a plus b, a plus b plus c, and let it work for you. Okay, now check this. What do we know? What's the difference between 8 and 10? Is clearly 2. The difference between 10 and 16 is 6. It's not linear. Let's see. 16 plus what gives us 26? 10. Do you notice that this is not linear? If these were exactly the same, if you were adding the exact thing, that would have been a linear. And we would have gone b plus c, or a plus n minus 1d. Okay, now hold on to this. Let's see what's happening. We've got now, that's the first difference row. Here, we've got 4 and 4. The difference between these two, 10 and 6. Okay, now, that's called the constant second difference. Now, if that happens, we use our 3 rules. Boy meets girl, 2a. Okay, they go to coffee. The friend joins in, that's bad. 3a, 3 people is bad, 3a plus b. And then it's a plus b plus c, which is when they all separate. They're not talking to each other. They're unlike terms. Okay, now check this out. What have we got here? We can say, we circle those guys. We know that that is 2a. 2a is this one over here. Okay, it's this one. 2a is equal to 4. So a, and 3a plus b is 2. And we know that a plus b plus c, that top one, is 8. So the bottom one, 2a equals 4, 3a plus b is 2, and a plus b plus c is 8. Now all we're going to do is work with this. Now I'm going to take, now hold on to this, 2a is 4, 3a plus b is 2, and a plus b plus c is 8. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, 2a is 4, so if you divide both sides by 2, a is 2. We know that 3a plus b is 2, but what is a? Well, a is 2. So let's change the a to 2. 3 times 2, the a plus b is 2. So that's 6. Okay. So bring it across. What's 2 minus 6? Okay. It's going to be negative 4. Okay, remember that's 6. 6 minus 4 is 2 anyway, so you bring it across. There's b. Now, what about a plus b plus c? We know that was 8. But you know a is 2. You know what b is. So guess what? A plus b plus c is 8. So 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Hold on to that, negative 2. If you bring negative 2 to the right, you're adding it to 8. So that gives us 10. And then what do we know? We've got our general term. And we then say an squared. A is 2, bn, and c. Good. Okay, now, which term is the important thing? Which term is 170? So we don't know its position, we don't know its n value, but we've got a term with an unknown position. Now look at this. So we change Tn to 170, and we've got to do some solving. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to divide everybody by the common factor 2. Divide by 2, 4 divided by 2 is 2, 10 divided by 5 is 2, and 170 divided by 2 is 85. Now bring that 85 across. What's 5 minus 85? Negative 80. Factorize. If you remember the factors, the signs must be different, and then 10 times 8 will work. Remember, if that sign at the end is negative, the signs in the bracket are different. Remember that rule from grade 10. And if the sign is a plus, the signs will be the same. Okay, so you factorize this, and of course you've got this. Now let's have a look here. N is equal to 10 or n is equal to negative 8. But now the problem is, can you have a position of negative 8? I don't think so. If I said to you, where did you come in the race? You're not going to say, I came negative 8th. Or even if it was a fraction, I came 1.5. That doesn't work. So that n equals negative 8 is not useful, but the 10 works. 10, first term, second term, third. So n equals 10 is the answer there. You can't have n equals 8. So n is 10. So the 10th term is going to be 170. People, you've got to watch out for this in the matric final exam. Go through these methods very carefully. Well, guys, stay with us. Some more juicy maths coming up very shortly.